What's up, fellas? Today's video, I want to bring you, as you can notice in the title, a little summary of our book that is the Metamorphosis from Franz Kafka. This is an interesting book, guys, in my opinion, that tells the story of George Samsa, a traveling salesman that wakes up one morning to find himself transformed into a giant insect. She can confuse his struggles to adapt to his new body while worrying about the missing work and disappointing his boss. A few George's family, his brother and sister Greet, are horrified but try to take care of him. However, as time passes, they begin to see him less as a family member and more less a burden. George's condition isolates him physically and emotionally. He can no longer communicate. He loses his job and his family feels ashamed of him. Kurt, who initially shows compassion, gradually grows resentful and insists they must get rid of him. Hearing this, George retreats to his room and dies alone. After his death, the family feels relieved and hopeful for the future. They decide to move to a small apartment and start a new life without him. Maybe the main themes of this thing could be the family duty versus the selfishness and the loss of identity and humanity. In my opinion, the metamorphosis is not just about the man turning into an insect. It's about what happens when someone is no longer useful to society or the family. George had to find his whole identity through work and sacrifice, but once he couldn't provide anymore, he loved and the care from his family quickly disappeared. To me, the story shows how fragile human relationships can be when they are based mainly on utility and obligation instead of true empathy. George's slow erasure from work from a worker to burner to forgotten creature. Feel like a metaphor for how easily people can become invisible when they don't fit the expectation of others. It's a painful reminder that the dignity and value should not depend only on productivity. The way his family feels revealed after his death is disturbing, but also very honest about how people sometimes react to hardship. By anyway, guys, I feel that this is an interesting book that show you why in this society you need to be useful. You need to be focusing in the thing that you consider important in your life. That is something that could be a little bit terrifying to me because you notice in this script, you notice in this book that you need to be useful if you want to be approved by society and maybe even for the members of your family. So see you next video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this little summary or review.